I'm going to try and redeem myself with Linkin Park. I'm going to be listening to, for the first time, Up From the Bottom from the 2024 album, From Zero. This includes the new singer, co-singer, Emily Armstrong. She replaced Chester Bennington, who unfortunately passed in 2017. I believe she started working with the band in the studio around 2019, just kind of coming in on independent sessions, and it sounds like she's now the main lead co-singer for Linkin Park. So let's take a look and give this a shot. From what I've heard by all the comments, I do know that the song that I listened to, Faint, was an older song, and that over the years they have progressed and changed. So I'm curious to see how this new co-singer handles herself, along with how the music has changed. I do understand that she was part of a rock band, both the lead guitarist, or at least the guitarist and singer in Dead Sarah. So let's check it out.
Inside it feels like I'm barely breathing. Feels like air is running out. Inside I'm stuck here staring at a ceiling. You put up to keep me down, 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 down.
Waking up without a name, opened up my eyes knowing nothing is the same. Circling around a drain as I realize that there's no one else to blame.
You keep me waiting down here, so far below, staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom. I try escaping, but there's nowhere to go. Staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom.
I love her energy. And she's got a great voice for this, for the band and their style of music. It does sound like they've still kept with some of the electronic melodies in their music, as far as like using a synthesizer as a back end, which is perfectly fine. It sounds like they're in a drop D, or at least some drop chord progression, which is, again, good. And it, again, kind of goes along with the original kind of music that I've heard in the past that they play. It is obviously more modern. It's cleaner. It's clearer. It's fuller, which I appreciate. And again, I know, I was comparing a song from, I think, 2003. So music-wise and even production-wise, a lot has changed. But I do like the way that this has been put together. It's clean. I'm going to go back a little bit because I do like the chorus.
From the bottom, up from the bottom.
We got that synth.
Each time I hold my fist inside my pocket.
I like what they've done with her voice to kind of separate the music from her voice and really let that stand out and punch forward, because not that it's not great over the chorus. Typically, that's what our chorus, bridge, pre-bridge, and pre-chorus are going to be used for. Again, a lot of that energy. So it's great that we're kind of back at our normal bass phases of the song, and they've extracted a lot of that to really let, again, her punch forward. I do like this.
Each time I hold my fist inside my pocket.
She got that nice growly voice, the way she says pocket.
Time I hold my fist inside my pocket.
Yeah, you can tell she's...
Hold my breath until I'm blue. Feels like a knife pushed deep inside a socket. Bristling, listening to you.
Waking up without a name, opening my eyes knowing nothing's gonna change. Circling around a drain as I realize that there's no one else to blame.
You keep me waiting.
So, it sounds like and again, this is the second song that well, not the second, but the second that I've done on this channel. And as far as songs are concerned by Linkin Park, I've really only heard the ones that were in the early 2000s. So even coming today, and I don't know if the whole album is like this in the more recent work, but it does still seem and sound like that they are sticking with this melodic singing, not so much screaming, as we heard from Chester, but we still have that, I wouldn't call it rap, but again, this multi-beat kind of rap style beat and vocals that we're getting. So I dig that. I like that. I mean, I know Linkin Park in my first video wasn't really for me. This is more of what I could listen to for a number of reasons. Some I've already mentioned, but I dig that. And my point, though, is that I like that they have still continued to stick with their lyrical style. Again, not knowing the rest of the songs more recently and this album, but I'd still like that they keep that key feature that has existed really since the beginning.
Circling around a drain as I realize that there's no one else to blame.
You keep me waiting down here, so far below, staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom. Try escaping, but there's nowhere to go. Staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom.
Ooh, I like that.
Everybody out, that devil is coming. Poison on his lips and his words mean nothing. Cold like a mountaintop, father never loved him. Mama said he's bad enough times that it's sunk in.
I shouldn't have stopped right in the middle of this, but I'll go back. But as far as the lyrics, and at least what it seems like from the story, being up from the bottom, it seems like obviously this person's struggling. Maybe they're always being held down and kept down, and we really get to see that. And she even states in the lyrics that, you know, they're on the bottom looking up, and we can actually see that from the juxtaposition of that shot of the person standing down there and looking up through that hole or portal, back up to earth, to sky, to heaven. Who knows? The point is that I like that they've got this characteristic that we're able to visually see to kind of match with that. So I like that.
Cold like a mountaintop, father never loved him. Mama said he's bad enough times that it's sunk in. Everybody out, that devil is coming. Promise you the world, but he's always bluffing. Before you even know it's a trap you're stuck in, he's gone like a ghost already off running.
Oh, they got her on guitar now. I talk about this on most of the songs that I review that I like. Again, they've taken the time to, bring us our main portion of the song. This then goes into the chorus. We've got a couple different bridges in here that I like. So this is complex as far as the song's concerned. And then we actually come back down to a lull where we've basically stripped away the majority of the music, again with her vocal in focus. And we've got a different melody in the background as well. It's more sullen. And I like that. And then that, as we just heard, brings us to a great pinnacle and a peak to this song. So that is a great build. Again, they could have stuck with the typical, phrase, chorus, and then ended on a higher chorus, and then that be about it. But I like that the way that they've staged this is pretty impressive. I like it. So like here, yeah. So we're just on piano, or keyboard. We got a little bit of the synth that comes in to help build this before she belts out.
Far below, staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom. I tried escaping, but there's nowhere to go. Staring up from the bottom, gotta get out of here. Up from the bottom, gotta get out of here.
Oh, I like that shot. So I dig that. obviously music changes over time. Bands and their music style change over time. They grow, they adapt, they even start to incorporate improved production, better location. Especially since they've been around for so long, they've obviously been in a lot of studios. They know what their sound should be like, and they've continued to grow. I like the addition to Emily being brought into the band. It is a great introduction to presumably a new phase of Linkin Park. So I dig this. Again, the overall chords that are used aren't that difficult. Like I said, they're in a drop D or a drop progression chord sequence, which again isn't bad. It helps their style of music and the underlying, I would say, feel that Linkin Park has. It's continued with that. They didn't go off and try to just go, straight piano or try to do rock ballads. They've stuck to their immediate core, basically how they were in the beginning. Versus you take a look at a band like Goo Goo Dolls, which I actually do like, but they drastically changed. They were kind of a hard rock. I wouldn't call them metal in the beginning, but they've obviously kind of gone away from that. And I like that Linkin Park has stuck with what they are, and from a music perspective. I like the growth. Like I said, I actually do like this song. I'm now curious to go and listen to the rest of the songs off of this album just to see. And the lyrics are deep. From the comments and even what I've read regarding Linkin Park, I know that their lyrics aren't always shallow, but it does, and it seems like they've carried that out, because it doesn't seem like this is a simple song lyrically either, as far as what words were chosen to be able to convey a good message of what they're trying to project. So I'm glad I gave Linkin Park another shot. I am interested now to go back into some of the pre-17 songs and albums that still had Chester to see if there is a variation in style, if I've maybe gotten a better take on his vocal abilities and some of the portions that he did sing to. So I dig this. I like it. Like I said, I've got to go through and check out the rest of this album. Let me know what you think. I know in the community there's probably some contention between the vocal characteristics of Emily versus Chester. I'm sure there are some longtime fans that still love Chester's voice. And do you like Emily as an addition? Do you think they should have found somebody else that sounded more like Chester? What are your thoughts? Are there other songs of Linkin Park that I should listen to? Other albums? I know some have been mentioned, but I just wanted to put that out there in case there were some others that maybe I've missed or should really, really take the time to listen to. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for paying attention. This is Melodic Logic. Until next time, take care.